Airbnb Inc. Q3, company overview and upcoming Q4 earnings. The anticipated EPS forecast, 54.6% year-over-year, increased by 70.1% from 0.41 per share to 0.70 per share. The anticipated revenue forecast, 13.5% year-over-year, increased by 1.0% from $2.143 billion to $2.164 billion. Airbnb beat the EPS and revenue last quarter and is projecting a higher EPS and revenue year-over-year. The third quarter of this year saw some impressive figures. Nights and experiences booked hit a whopping 113 million. Revenue came in at a cool $3.4 billion, marking an 18% year-over-year growth. Net income, a substantial $4.4 billion, including a $2.8 billion tax benefit. Adjusted net income stood at $1.6 billion, making for a 47% adjusted net income margin. Free cash flow was $1.3 billion, adding up to $4.2 billion on a trailing 12-month basis. And what about the stockholders? Well, they saw over $500 million in stock repurchased. But that's not all. The business also grew in other areas. Supply saw an increase of nearly 1 million active listings and a growth of 19% in the third quarter year-over-year. This growth wasn't confined to any one region but spread across all of them. The travel season was one for the books, with nights and experiences booked growing 14% year-over-year. There was accelerated growth across all geographies and a significant increase in first-time bookers. International expansion was also a strong focus, with cross-border nights booked increasing by 17% year-over-year. Markets in the Asia-Pacific have fully recovered to pre-pandemic levels, with significant growth in markets like Taiwan, Thailand, and Indonesia. But what does the future hold? Airbnb is setting its sights on making hosting mainstream, refining its core service, and expanding beyond its core. This includes the launch of over 350 new features and upgrades, tools for hosts to offer discounts and promotions, and the introduction of a similar listings tool. There's also a continued focus on international expansion, especially in underpenetrated markets. Korea is becoming one of the fastest-growing countries. So, to summarize, Q3 was a quarter of growth for Airbnb in several areas, from revenue and net income to nights and experiences booked. There's also been significant progress in international expansion and the development of new features and tools. Looking ahead, Airbnb is optimistic about the recovery of international travel and is continuing to focus on its strategic priorities. This includes making hosting mainstream, refining its core service, and expanding beyond its core. For more information, the description is below to join a community of like-minded traders.
Arieous Invest. Trading reimagined.